Good morning. Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Chris Capper and we're at Transwest Truck Trailer RV. Today, what I have the pleasure of showing you is a 2015 Newmar Essex 4503. And this is such a beautiful coach. If you've ever seen an Essex going down you on the highway and wish you could have one of those, we have one available today. This particular one has just about all the modern conveniences that you'd see in a new one. It's something that is quite a bit more affordable. So with this right here, you'll notice that I've got two of the Nova Girard awnings, or Girard Nova awnings on this, plus I also have the window awning package. So when you're out here with your family, enjoying your camping, what you'll notice is that these cover just about the extent of the coach, including this door awning right here. And so if you do get a little bit of weather, you don't have to worry about it. You can still enjoy that time with your grandkids or your children or even your neighbors. And then these window awnings are great as well on both sides of the coach. On the Nova awnings that we have here, these have wind sensors built in, and the engineering on these are just amazing. I've seen these get hit with wind at such high speeds, go up and still be able to go right back in and right back out with no issues at all. So kudos to the design team to help you protect your investment and just have good camping experiences for years going forward. You'll notice we have these huge Michelin tires right here. These are 365 by 70s, 22.5-inch rim on that Alcoa Durabrite wheel. What this is going to give you is just a better ride quality. So when you're riding down, going on that long journey to your campsite or to your family, you're going to get a much better ride quality because these tires have more rubber, more plies in them. So not only is it safer for you and your family, but it's going to be a more pleasurable experience. I have two ways to fill this fuel. So it's a 150-gallon diesel fuel tank. So no matter what side is open, you can go on the passenger side or the driver's side just to make it more convenient, more fun, less hassle. You'll notice that while this coach is a 2015, this BASF paint finish, this is called the Masterpiece Finish. And this is the Neo Graphics, and this is all cut and buffed. They'll put cut and buff. This is very smooth. It's still in great shape, and they have 3 or 4 gel coat on top of that, which is another reason why this coach still looks so great today. Newmar also invented the slide. So these slides were invented in 1989, introduced to their first motorhome in 1991. This is a flush mount slide. So that's going to have less chance of water or wind intrusion and noise when you're going down the road. Again, making it a better experience for you and your family. In 2015, they also extended the height of the baggage compartment doors, whereas nobody had as tall baggage compartments in here. And you'll see the prior owner actually upgraded to a brand new, or a new at the time and still very common, what you'll see in a brand new 2025 Essex. And again, this is on a 2015. So this is so new that I don't think it's even been used. It's got the silica gel still in it. And I've had this running for probably about 20 minutes and it's already cold inside. And I can set either side to be the temperature that I want. So if I want to keep my beverages on one side and maybe some extra meats or something for my barbecuing, grilling, smoking, any of those things that you like to do with your family under these great awnings, you can keep those at a much lower temperature, a frozen temperature, and then keep your beverages at a higher temperature so it's more fun to drink. And that's on a slide out. So that slide out actually comes out beyond the slide out that we're here now. So even with this slide is out, that'll still be able to open up all the way so you can access those. Above us, we have a 40-inch high-def Sony Bravia television. Bravia is Sony's top of the line. And right under that, we have a JBL soundbar. which sounds amazing. You can Bluetooth directly into that from your phone if you'd like, if you don't want to watch the game or whatever that you want to watch. This is a metal slam latch right here, and that will continue to last you many years going forward. I have a power tray right here. So this will come out, just push this button right here and that comes out. And then here I have a manual tray. Now it looks like the prior owner replaced some of the blinds inside, and we've left that in there for you. If you'd like to have an extra set of blinds, I imagine they probably don't work, but you still have the actual blind. So if something happens to one of your blinds in there, you have that. If you don't want that, we'd be happy to dispose of that for you. And this will come out about 60% of the way, so you can access whatever you want. So if you'd like to have a nice grill in there, you can have that back there with your chairs and all of your camping equipment. Here is the prior Dometic cooler that they had. I'm not sure if that works or not, but we've left that in there for you. Again, if you don't want that, we can go ahead and take that out for you. But again, more storage space in there. And I believe this was the first year that they introduced an interior and an exterior vacuum cleaner. So you can actually clean all of your interior compartments and exterior compartments with that setup right there. Another thing too is that we have about an inch of insulation in each one of these doors, and there's also an inch of insulation underneath that. And with the 50,000 BTU Oasis hydronic heater that we have, which gives you the cleanest heat that you can get, you'll know that your 105-gallon fresh water tank, your 60-gallon black tank, and 80-gallon gray tank, all your water is going to be nice and warm when that heater's on. So no matter what's happening outside, Newmar's got you protected. And right under here is a nice little pegboard that we have. And right behind that pegboard is that 105-gallon water. And you'll notice that we've got these great seals on this to keep out any dust or water, and then that 1 inch of insulation here and here, just really going to keep everything nice and warm for you. Another look at these tires. We also have on the Spartin chassis, you have a passive steer tag axle right here, and that allows you to really get a much better turning radius in those tight spots, which is going to make this driving this 45 or 44 foot 11-inch coach a dream. And here's our 15-gallon diesel exhaust fluid right here. And then right behind this, I have my 2 chassis batteries. And I can actually, if I'm putting this in storage for a while, I can just easily just pop these breakers in, and that'll put that in a storage mode for you. And being on the Spartin chassis, this is a service bay, so it makes servicing this easier for you. And we'll look at how easy this is to service. So look at this. You have a lighted area, engine block heater, and what you're looking at is that Cummins I6 600 horsepower, 15-liter engine. Everything is super easy to access, which what that's going to do, it's going to allow people that are capable of doing their own minor maintenance and filter changes, oil fill, stuff like that. You can do that yourself. And then it also makes it less expensive for you when you're bringing it to like our service department, because everything's a lot easier to access than having like a big radiator there in front of you. So that's one of the benefits of having the side radiator that we'll get to. On this hitch down here, you'll see I have the 7-way plug right here. And then I have a 15,000 pound tow capacity with this. 1,950 foot-pounds of torque with this, guys. With that Allison 6-speed transmission, you'll be able to tow what you want behind here, going up the mountains and just really getting out to places that you couldn't do in a lot of other motorhomes. So this is the side radiator that we talked about. I have a little place to put the sewer hoses here. This is my wet bay. So you can see we have it winterized. I have a whole house water filter. And we also have one of the earlier iterations of the Thetford macerator system with this. But in case that were not to work for some reason, you also can do a gravity drain. I can see where my tank stuff is. I have a power hose reel right here, so it makes it easier to pull that back in. And if I have any issue with something, let's say that I had a little bit of a leak on my exterior faucet, I could, if it's hot or cold, I could actually clamp that down so I'm not going to have any water coming out of that until I can have somebody look at that for me. And I forgot to point out there is an exterior shower, so if you want to clean off your hands or to clean off your dog or your feet or something, you can do that right there. And you'll see here above us, I have the 2 window awnings on each side. And that really is just, besides looking cool, when your sun is getting low, whether in the morning or in the evening, and you just want to cut that out from blinding you inside, what this will do is by putting these out, it'll block that for you where you still can see everything very nicely, but you won't be having that sun hitting you so hard. We talked a little bit about the Oasis system. This is 50,000 BTUs of hydronic heat. This will keep your basement and the inside of your coach nice and toasty on those really frosty mornings. And on the hot days, we have 3 15,000 BTU air conditioners up there. So it's 45,000 BTUs of cooling in the summer and 50,000 BTUs of heating in the winter. So between that and how well Newmar builds these right here with double insulation, you, in most of the places that you'll see without a window or a door, you're going to be, not only is it going to be the quietest ride you're going to have it warm in the winter and cool in the summer. No, oh, this is I skipped this one. So I don't want to skip this because this is pretty cool. I have a 50 amp power cord reel right here. That's 50 feet. So even if you're not close enough, you don't have to worry about getting that extra 20-foot hose extension and where am I going to store that? Newmar has actually incorporated that right here. And how many times have we been at the campsite and you're getting ready to disconnect and you know that you have your air conditioners on or your interior stuff on, and you know it's just not the best time to just pull that and have those shut off. So what Newmar has done with this is they've actually have your generator start stop button right here. So before I disconnect, I can actually start my generator up, wait 30 to 60 seconds for that automatic transfer switch right here to activate. And by the way, this is a surge guard, so it's also going to protect you from the surges, power surges. But I wait for that to come on and then I can disconnect everything, which is going to be the safest way of operating your coach. Newmar's tagline is "when you know the difference," and that is so important because the owners of Newmar, I've always taken out their Essex or King Airs and went out with them, and they've incorporated a lot of what they've learned into these, and they also listen to their customers so well. So there's a Newmar Country Club. They have a rally once a year nationally, and then there's a lot of regional ones as well. So I really recommend that you join up with the Newmar Country Club, because not only are you going to learn a lot about your coach and have people, like-minded people who have Newmars that can help you with your questions, but Newmar also participates in these. And the last one that we were at was down in Pueblo, and they had a bunch of their technicians there doing a lot of work for you. So this is the other side of that slide out tray. And you'll see these are complete pass-through compartments right here. There's your power tray right there. And in the next compartment, it's pretty exciting, I have 8 AGM batteries on a pull-out. So if you need to have your technician replace those batteries, it's easier to do because it has that slide-out tray. But the beauty of these batteries is you don't need to worry about maintenance. So again, more fun, less hassle, and with the amount of power density that we have, these AGM batteries last a long time, and they have almost double the energy density that a lead acid would. And you don't have to worry about checking, what is it, 4 or 6 holes to check the water in on all those lead acids. So that's somewhere between 16 and 24 holes that I got to fill up each time. So we have AGM batteries in here. You don't have to worry about them. It's a great solution. It's the other side of that dual fuel diesel. And this was also the first year that Newmar incorporated the Oasis exhaust to come out right here. So I have 2 exhausts down there. One's for my 12,500 watt own-in quiet diesel generator, which is running right now. The other one is for the Oasis system. So that Oasis system with 50,000 BTUs has 2 electrical elements that run off a 110, and it has a diesel element. In that diesel element, it goes into a stainless steel tank as opposed to, say, an aqua hot that's just a steel tank. It's also a low pressure system, so if you're mechanically inclined, you don't need to have special equipment and special training to operate or to do maintenance on a low pressure Oasis system like you would with a high pressure aqua hot system. Another really nice feature that I like about this, so obviously I have all my chassis fuses right here, but right here I have this HWH slide, and I can push this extend, and you'll see the front of that coach extend out. And there's that quiet diesel generator running. That's 12,500 watts of power running right now. And it is very quiet, and I'm standing right next to it. So when you're inside that and you have that firewall in there with the extra insulation, it is barely noticeable on the inside of this. So I have my windshield wiper fluid right here. I've got the oil filter for the generator right here. I've got my air horns to the left right here. And I also have the car horn. So I have the capability of doing either one of those. Another thing that on the other side, there's the HWH hydraulic system over there. And get a good look at that, because now I'm gonna shut this. But if you look right above this where that bonded windshield is, you'll notice that you don't see the windshield wipers. So what we've done is we've incorporated those windshield wipers under here just to give you just a better, stronger look. And I just think this looks so great. We have the Diamond Shield paint protection film on the front of this, and just look how good everything looks. The prior owners took great care of this, but in addition, this is a Newmar with that BASF Masterpiece paint finish. On both of my chrome windows chrome mirrors right here, these are the bus style mirrors, and these are both heated, and they're incorporating the high definition side view cameras. So we're gonna go in, but before we do that, I just wanna show you, I have a little remote right here, and I can put this, hold this in, and then just bring both of my awnings in. So I can control each awning individually. So if I just want one in or one out, I can do that. But if I go to channel 00, that's gonna bring them both in at the same time. And you'll see, even with this, we're moderately breezy today, and it did not trigger these. So even in a moderately breezy day, if you're out there camping with your family, you can still enjoy the comfort of having these Girard awnings over top of you. And you'll notice here, I have a grab handle right here to help get in the door. I have a doorbell and a keyless entry system. So if you just want to take your dogs out or your grandkids out hiking, you can go ahead and leave everything in there that you don't want to take, including your keys, lock it up, and then when you come back, just unlock that. And if you hold the number 1 down, not only does it lock up the door, but it also will lock up all of your cargo bay doors, keeping your valuables safe. So you'll notice that the chromed steps came out. I have 2 storage areas right here, so a smaller one and a taller one right here. So if you want to keep your dog leashes or your flip-flops or your shoes, you can do that. And then I also have a nice screen door that I can have open to let some air in if I wish. Coming in, you'll notice I have a nice place for my maps or my magazines or whatever I want to store in here. But with the Rand McNally GPS that comes with this, you probably won't need that. It's always good to have an extra set of maps though, I think. Like you just to get a look down the center. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open, let me turn this down here. I'm gonna open these up. And what we're looking at right now is the Ventura decor with the ginger glazed cherry high gloss finish. The flooring is this beautiful herringbone pattern on this porcelain tile. And what's really neat about this is an all-electric coach with an induction cooktop. And this floor is heated. So we have the heated floors on this. So Essex is just about their top level coach right here. And as you're looking down, you'll see the nice decor on the top and this high gloss maple wood right here just comes around, and it's got a very, very beautiful, elegant design right here. All of my 15,000 BTUs of air conditioning is going to be right on the other side of this, and it's going straight down the center of our coach. And what that means for you is that if you're running that generator in Phoenix and it's 120 degrees with both all your slides are shut, you can actually be cooling this entire coach without having to cool the tops of your slides. You're going to get a good convection current going up and down, just keeping everything nice and cool for you, just to make that ride more enjoyable. And then, so as you notice, this is a full wall slide that we have right here, and that's on the driver's side. And then we have 2 passenger slides right here, one in the front where the kitchen area is, and then we have one where this king bed is. And that's just about out. And you'll notice that Newmar has extended that same design concept into the bedroom. Everything just flows so nice, and you have that nice ambient LED lighting. All the lights in here are going to be LEDs. And look at this. Again, we have the same elements in here. You don't see any of those like trailer air conditioning vents that you'll see in most other brands, especially at this time. And then I have this full wall smoked mirror right here. I have a nice safe right here that you can access with a key or with a code. And then we have the key in there, and we'll set the code for what you want or teach you how to do that yourself. I also have, let me shut this side. I have a shoe garage in here and more hanging space. So, and this is going to be all cedar lined right here. So just absolutely beautiful what Newmar has done with this right here. A little place for my toilet paper, macerator style toilets, and this bathroom, the shower is just phenomenal. So let me get in here and show you this. So in this shower right here, I've got the normal shower element here. I've got the one that I can take and get my feet or any of the other spots, but then I also have these really cool sprayers, and you can turn these on or off as you see fit, but you can really get that luxurious shower experience that you desire even out there camping, no matter where you might be. This is all tile right here. It's got a bit of an iridescent finish with this, and a nice little seat in there. It's a teak seat that you can sit down. So if you want to either shave your legs or just sit down after a hard day, you can do that. Or if you just want to wash your feet extra good. So looking here, this is just gorgeous. So Newmar is using the Corian countertop solid surface, and this right here is just basically one piece. I mean, it has been glued in there, but you cannot feel where that is because this is just such a high gloss shine in sand. His and her sinks right here, I've got a place on each side to store. This will probably be the guy side because right here I have an electrical outlet, so you can put your curling irons, your flat irons, your hair dryers, whatever right in there. And then this wood right here again is all that nice beautiful hardwood, great finish. And just to kind of give you a look right here, I've got this on both sides, so plenty of storage under these sinks. And then look at these drawers. These aren't just some cheap drawer that you'd see anywhere. This has actually got the dovetail finishing on that. It's all real wood. Everything is put together so nicely on these nice slide out drawers right here. And I have 4 identical drawers going up and down. So Newmar's just done such a beautiful job with this. Great mirror right here so you can see whatever you need to see, whether you're shaving or whether you're putting on your makeup. And then I have another door right here with a nice full-length mirror. And then we'll step down into the bedroom. So here we have a king-size sleep number bed. And I can adjust that right here, see where I'm at, and this will adjust it with a remote. So you can just keep that over here. I would probably put a piece of Velcro on that and just have that stick in maybe right up here. And then we have, you kind of have that bird's eye maple effect going on right here. I have 2 windows on each side. So I have the day and the night side down on that one. And this one I have the day. I can control all of these, including my generator, from the panels right under this. I have a his and hers reading lights that you can also control. And then plenty of storage space behind this right here. So let's get the middle one open for you. But this extends all the way across, and we have nice carpeting in here. So that way you're gonna have stuff sliding less and less vibration while you're driving. Nice European style hidden hinges with this right here. And then a really good secure hold down. Got a smoky mirror finish on the other side of that headboard. So just the design in here, Newmar really went above and beyond on these Essexes. Coming over here is really exciting too. So you'll notice one of the things that we opted for, there's a security system here. So that is part of that security system. And I have 2 storage areas up here. If I want to put that awning down, this is where I would do that. So I'm not going to waste your time, but that's the button for that right there. This is my silver leaf system, so I can actually change my climate here. I can change my cooling if I want to drop that down a level, and I can also, if I want to turn my heating on, the Oasis will come up. My hands are a little dry, but I have the 2 electrical elements plus the diesel burning element right there. Now let's say that I hear something outside and I want to see what's going on. I can just hit this right here and I can look out those cameras and just a tap, and I can see the 3 cameras, the 2 side view cameras and the rear camera right there. My fingers are really dry, so it's a little bit easier when your fingers aren't so dry. I have a Bluetooth system right here, a Blu-ray system right here. This does have a satellite dish on top, and you can hook up all those elements here. Another Sony Bravia TV right here, and just a great picture that we're getting. And then we have a nice Bose sound system right here. This is including with this, you have a Sony Xperia tablet system. And this right here, once everything is synced, this will sync in. I can do my remote controls for my TVs, my That's my dish. I can do dish, DirecTV, Sony AV receiver, which we'll see in a moment, and then my Blu-ray player, and then here's my Sony TV. And so I can control that stuff right through this. So I don't have that active right now, but that's how you can do that. And then you can take this anywhere you want, but you can also keep it in there, put it back on the charge, and let it charge. So let's go ahead and shut this. Now look at this element right here. So I have 6 deep drawers, and we have this nice wave design here. So I think it's so beautiful. And the best way to see this is if I open these up together, and you'll see how this is kind of coming out, that's going in, that's coming out. So when you expect the best in luxury, that's what you're going to get from Newmar. And again, dovetail finish right here, all real wood on these right here. And then underneath that, we've got this nice beveled Corian countertop, and you'll see that throughout the entirety of the coach. I have 2 USB outlets right here, plus a 110 outlet, and then 2 more 110 outlets above that. And then you'll notice that under the bed and over here under the kitchen area, we have these nice, oops, I just turned all that off. That was lighting everywhere. So if you're sleeping at night, you might just want to leave that on to help you get around a little bit easier. These are heavy wooden doors, finished in the same way that the rest of the coach is. And then finally, before we leave the bedroom, on each side of your bed, I've got additional storage and a nice beveled Corian countertop on that. Under this bed, you have a lot of storage. So that right there is my compressor for the air mattress. And then I have 2 matching fold-out chairs for the dinette. And then look at this, just all nice wood right here, sturdy pneumatic hinges just to make that opening and shutting that really easy for everybody. And then I'm going to open this. Let you see, this is where the AV system is. So again, I've got my Blu-ray player here. I've got all my controls. So this will set what I'm actually controlling with this right here. And then I can control all that right there. Turn that off because I don't want to hear any music during this video. And then the pantry, a lot of storage here on the pantry. So full slide out trays. And again, you can see that nice dovetail finish, all real wood. Everything is gorgeous in this. So you'll be able to bring all the food that you're going to need for you and your family while you're out there camping. And then in here, I've got a little winterization fluid in there. And then I have 2 storage areas here as well. This will lock in place while you're driving. And then in addition to that whole house filter, I have a water filter for this refrigerator. So that way your water tastes cleaner, less minerals in there. And then as you could see, I can get my water or my ice directly from the door. So it makes it a lot easier. Coming here into the storeroom, you'll notice a lot of the similarities from a brand new coach. You're going to have everything's going to be nicely labeled on that ledger right there, so I can see which fuse does what. And then I can also turn on my breakers if they get reset right here. And then here I have more breakers in here. Everything is super easy to access. I have 3 fantastic fans throughout, so 1 in each bathroom and then 1 in the living area above the stove. And then in here, again, we have this nice undermount sink bowl that is just perfectly sanded directly into that and bonded directly to that. I have the same beautiful tile with some of that iridescence in there. And then above that, I have another medicine cabinet. So guys, if you have an electric razor, this is probably going to be the best place for you. Just plug it in there, leave it charging, and then when you're ready to go, you can just look in the mirror, take care of business. Oh, and that's your GFCI outlet. So if you have any issues with your outlets, just come reset that. Again, I have the luxurious day shades in here and the night shades, and I can control that with a panel to my right. Again, Dometic macerator toilets, more storage in here, and then I have additional storage here and a place to keep that toilet paper roll out of sight, and a place right there for your hand towels or whatever else you might want to hang up there. And you'll notice that this mid-pivot hinge just makes that so easy to where when both your slides are closed, you can still get in and out of that bathroom. So Newmar's goal is that while you're driving down the road or the slides are in, you're still able to access all the important parts. Another part of my security system is right here. That's gonna let you know when somebody's in here. So if you're not in here and that's going off, it might be an issue. And then here I have two Whirlpool, a stackable washer and dryer, and this dryer right here is actually on a 30 amp circuit, and it's vented outside. So what that's going to do is when you're camping, you're going to be able to dry your clothes significantly faster than you would be drying them if it was just a 110 or if it wasn't vented out. Here's that other fantastic van that I told you about. They do have water sensors, so if it's raining, they'll automatically close. Little storage here. Again, you'll see the carpeted storage. And then more of this countertop. So lots of countertop space in here. I can also put additional stuff up here, and you can see this ambient light strip around. And then I have two outlets, so 4 places I can plug stuff in right here, and that's another GFCI. Each one of those are GFCI outlets. And then this is where they have that nice glass ribbon design. That, man, I loved that. I still love it. When that came out, it was one of my favorite designs. True induction cooktop right here. And then let me show you this. So this just keyed right into, and then a really unique designed sink right here. Kind of reminds me of the Newmar logo. I don't know if that was intended, probably was, but a very deep sink, so I can wash all my deep pots and pans in that. Probably wash a small dog in that. And then a little place for maybe my ladles, stuff like that. I have a place for sponges and scrub drawers. Here I have a slide out tray right here that comes out, and then you'll notice right above this I have another slide out tray with an adjustable shelf above that. So if I want a little bit more space in here, I can adjust that up, and this slides out. So even if you're a little bit height challenged, you can still access the stuff at the rear of that. And even with me, I'm about 6'1", it would be hard for me to get to the back of that. You'll notice I have a little piece right here that's coming down. What that is a piece of structural steel that goes across the entirety of the slide, and that is to make sure that you don't have any sagging in your slide. Now, being that this is an older coach, it's a 2015, doesn't matter because I can still get all of my color paint from Newmar, and they can mix it up and send it out to me. So if I get a little bit of road debris that scratches something, I can order whatever colors I need and they'll send that out to you. So here's all of your coach information right here. Dishwasher and a drawer, one of the best inventions for RVs, I swear. It's the Fisher Paykel dishwasher drawer, and heavy, normal, fast, delicate, and rinse cycle. So pretty cool. And then I have 2 good storage areas here, drawers. So you can see I have a lot of different remotes for all this, but then this also has a Harmony universal remote that you can train this if it hasn't already been trained for all the remotes in your coach. And on this true induction cooktop, you'll notice that I have this element that comes up next to it and goes around. Looks beautiful, but this also has another function. In case I were to have a boil over, which on an induction cooktop you really shouldn't, because you can set that to whatever temperature you want for whatever length of time that you want. But so for if I'm boiling some pasta, I'm just going to set that probably for 240 or 250 max. But if you didn't know that and you had one, the goal of this is to keep that water from coming and going onto your villa furniture here. So let's turn around and look at this. This is a really unique table design right here. What I'm going to do is move out. This is all the original owner's manuals that came with this. So the original owner left that there for the next people. And let's just look at this for a moment. So I've got this nice buttoned up design right here. Just a beautiful element. Just everything ties in together with this nice herringbone heated floor, porcelain tile into this nice beveled spot right here. This I can pull out a little bit, and then I can push this here. This table will rise or lower as I wish, and then I can also push this out this way as well. So as you can see, I could easily have 3 adults sitting here, and I can bring those 2 other chairs under the bed and put them here, and I can have 5 people sitting, dining together, talking about their hike that they did, and just having a wonderful time. So Newmar really has done a great job with this right here. And then again, this high gloss ginger maple finish. And then again, we have these nice hidden hinges right here. And you'll notice that as these go down, I've got, these are flat here, and then I have a little angle piece, 2 more flat pieces, and then another angle piece. So here's my first angled one. What that's doing is that is breaking up from that monotonous rectangle that you see everywhere to giving you a little bit more design element. So all 3 of these compartments are connected, so I have plenty of room to put stuff in there, and you have that nice felt carpet in there to minimize vibration and sliding. And then right under that, you'll notice if you look out these windows, you have this beautiful day shade, and then I have that window awning. And you can see the winds out there, it's not affecting that at all. On the left side, I have these 3 110 power outlets plus 2 USB-A outlets. And then just to the left of that are my table controls. And then moving over on this side, I have, oh, let me pull these out. So it's that nice villa furniture. So this will comes out on the other side as well. So more storage capacity for you. And then again, you can see how well plied this wood is right here. Everything is just done so nice. And this is a high-end ultra leather, so comfortable. And then right here, you'll notice I have, again, this wood element is built into the side wall right here. And unlike on a modern Essex, I can actually open these jalousie style windows. So just opening them that way, with or without my awnings down, I don't really have to worry about any rain ingress into that because of the jalousie style, the way they are. And while we're here, let's talk a little bit about how Newmar is putting in these frameless windows and how they're building the rest of the coach. So Newmar is one of the only manufacturers that are building a true residential style wall. So this is built similar to where your home is. It's 16 on center. And what that means is that you'll never go more than 16 inches between having one piece of C-channel and another. And that C-channel allows Newmar to be able to run wire through that because there's holes in that to be able to run the wire through. They'll put a plastic grommet to protect chafing on those electrical wires. But additionally, they can tuck so you have your C-channel, they can actually tuck the batten insulation into that. So it's the same type of insulation that you're using in your home. Now, with this frameless window, there are radial edges to that. And what Newmar does is they will weld a radial gusset in that, so the entirety of that window is secured in that wall. Now in some places I have some tubular aluminum that I just can't get that batten insulation. So what Newmar does is they put a piece of 5/8 inch bead foam insulation. What does all this mean? Well, first of all, I don't know any other manufacturer that does that. Secondly, there is no place on your coach that does not have a window or a door on it that does not have at least one piece of insulation. In a lot of the places it has two pieces of insulation. It's going to make your conversations with your family easier because you don't hear all the noises outside. It's going to make it better insulated. It's going to be cooler in the summer and warmer in the winter. So just one of those things, when you know the difference about a Newmar, you're going to know that they're going to take care of you for the long haul. This truly is an RVer's coach. Coming over here, I've got more controls. So you'll see this nice window. I've got my window shade down, but if I want to, I can raise this television up. I probably should turn that back on, but I can raise the television up and we can watch I think it's a 56-inch Sony Bravia high def TV. And as you see that coming up, I can either use the Sony Xperia tablet back there, or I can use a Sony remote, or I could use that Harmony universal remote. So maybe I just want to see what's going on in the world, or let my kids watch their favorite Disney movie on a Blu-ray player, which we have back there that you saw. More storage above here, and again, that is my security structural steel back there. I've got the other speakers back there, and then more storage here. And notice above how we have this nice crown molding throughout. So this is just multiple steps and just the amount of attention to detail that Newmar goes into, just making this look like the luxurious coach that it is. Back to this super long couch right here, which kind of has a chase lounge type feature right there, and how this is all kind of molded in to where it looks like just one continuous spot. There is a queen size bed underneath here, so if the grandkids or the kids are with you, you can open that up and they have a place to sleep, and then you also can just seal off that bedroom with those heavy wooden doors. So both of these chairs turn around and become part of the experience, and they both have the leg rest, so they recline and have leg rest, so they're really comfortable to sit on. I'm not sure which one I would choose. I'd probably choose a chair that I could kick back and put my feet up. So you'll notice that this nice ginger cherry is extended all across here, and I have this is the Wi-Fi Ranger, so that's my router right there. And then above here I have access to my satellite dish, my Wi-Fi cellular on and off switch here, exterior LEDs, and I can extend or retract that door awning right here. And then this right here is my Girard Nova awning controls. So when you don't have the remote in your pocket, or if you can't find it, you can actually control them right here. And again, with that, we have these nice frameless or hingeless design, European design. And then another Sony Bravia high def TV. And looking at this, I have another access point for my Silverleaf system. So I can control everything. We kind of went through some of that, but here's my floor heater, so I can turn my floor heaters on and off right there. And I've got three sections. So I've got the rear, the front, and then the mid. And that basically covers the entirety of the coach up to right behind where these two front seats are. This is where I control my awnings, so I can bring those in right here. I have my security sensors. I can turn both of those on, and then I can also control my shades right here. That's where my battery disconnect is, and my two front slide out controls. Just to the left, I've got two more little spots for storage. So, not sure, Newmar doesn't know exactly what you're going to put up there, but they give it to you so you can figure that out for yourself, which is kind of part of the fun experience, isn't it? So, let's go a little bit over what we've got in front of us here. And so I've got this right here is my Silverleaf setup. So I can actually hit this. I can see my, I think I need to have this on first. There we go. So once that gets booted up, I can actually get this back to where it's supposed to be. I can see where I'm going, so I can see my miles per gallon, my torque, all that. So that's my trip monitor right here. My chassis, so I can has a tire pressure monitoring system on there. I can just see my thermostats throughout the coach, my house, where everything's at, and then just do my standard view on that. I can change my camera selects right here. This does work with Apple CarPlay, and I have all my controls right here with an additional little place to storage right there. Now, we have the OG analog systems right here, so I can see everything super easy. I can see I have 3/4 of my diesel exhaust fluid in there, where my fuel is, my PSI on my front and my rear air, oil temperature, etc. With this right here, this is one of the earlier additions where I've got my Bendix system, so that will, if it looks like you're going to hit something, there's a sensor up front, which I forgot to show you, and it will apply up to 50% of the brake power right here. Comfort drive. This makes this so much easier to drive. So instead of, if you're kind of tired at the end of a 4-hour trip, you could probably get at least 6 hours. I've had people say 8 hours driving these is no issue for them. So with that, what this does is, if it sees that you're steering, and first of all, look at this, one finger, and I'm stopped. And now it'll just true it back up to 0 for me. These are those big 22.5-inch rims with the 365/70s, and it just does it so easily. And that's what Comfort Drive does. So I can actually go from like basically 1 to 5 or 5.5 right here, or anywhere in between. So I usually keep that around 4.5 or 5. I can, if you're driving on Interstate 80 and you're just getting walloped by those 40-50 mile an hour winds, it's going to make it a lot more comfortable, because or if you're on a crown and you're going 3 degrees a little bit to the left, once it realizes you've done that for 15 to 20 seconds, it's going to go ahead and true that back up, and it's actually steering for you. So it just makes it so easy to operate everything with that Comfort Drive. Newmar was the first to the market on that. I still don't know anybody else is using anything like that. I have 3 memory seat positions right here. I have a 3-stage engine brake, so I can, if I don't want that on, I can just turn it off right here. But here I have it on low, medium, or high. So what that's going to do is minimize your necessity for using your brakes, especially in the mountains where we have these 6-7% grades. I can also control on that 6-speed Allison transmission. I can control which maximum gear that I'm going to go into. So if I'm going down that 6% grade, I'm probably going to have my engine brake on high, and I might set that down to 3rd or 4th gear just to kind of maintain everything. And the cool thing is, with these brakes that we have, they're actually disc brakes. So Newmar implemented that for the Essex. And then just to the left here, I have this HWH computerized leveling system. So this will level your coach. And I also have, this is your Hadley air leveling system. So this is for your hydraulic leveling, but you can actually adjust your ride height, higher, lower. If you need a tilt part of it, you can, and you can set that all with this setup right here. So, and then you still have your dash control. So with this, I can raise, telescope, and lower my my steering wheel, and then I can tilt it this way. And then this piece right here is for my pedals. So if I need to bring my pedals out, I can. I don't know if you can see that with there, going in and out. And then I can also control this. So I have all these controls. So I can go tilt back, tilt forward, slide back, slide forward. And then I can also change the recline feature on this. So I'm going to turn that off. There's a lot of extra noise. And then we have on these big seats integrated lap belt or shoulder harnesses. So it's integrated within the seat, so it makes it super easy to access. So I just want to kind of go over a few more things, make sure I didn't miss anything for you. We are on a 2015 Newmar Essex 4503. The stock number is 5U240753. You can see a lot of this right below the video. This is on the Cummins I6 15-liter 600 horsepower engine. We have 15,000 pounds of towing with 1,950 foot-pounds of torque. On the Spartin K3 chassis, Allison 6-speed transmission, it's going to get you going where you need to go, and it's going to be easy to drive with that passive steer tag axle. 44 feet 11 inches, so you plenty of storage space inside and out. We're 13.4 with the satellite on the top. It's 13 feet 4 inches high, and a 292-inch wheelbase. 105 gallons of fresh, so that way you can have as much fresh water. If you want to go dry camping, you can do that. You have plenty of water to do that with that 50,000 BTU Oasis hydronic heater. 80 gallons of gray and 60 gallons of black capacity. And then again, we talked about 150 gallons of fuel, and you have 45,000 BTUs of air conditioning. So thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Chris Capper. We're at Transwest Truck Trailer RV. You can reach me at area code 813-333-2988. Please give me a call. I'd love to help make this coach yours. And until then, happy camping.